We are back.
Hello, Agberos and Agberesses. Were and Were Pro Maxes. Mad, you guys are not mad in Jesus' name, but hi guys.
Hello everybody. We're back again.
It's been a bit. I'm sure you guys didn't notice, but we didn't upload anything last week.
Yeah, of course they didn't notice. Why would they notice?
But shout out to the 2 people that listen to our podcast. We love you guys. All 2 of
our
us.
2% fans.
Our 2% fans.
Thank you guys for listening to our first podcast. Thank you for your feedback and everything. We thank you and we hope you listen again,
This isn't how to start a podcast, but whatever. Welcome to today's episode of the Unseriously Speaking podcast. Here we're just 2 young girls navigating life with a mic.
You're welcome, Saz and Maz.
So how did your week go, Abiru?
My week, I was sick throughout this week. See,
You were sick?
I don't know what the weather has on me. Yeah, I was sick.
In Karima. You were sick.
Actually,
at Joy's birthday.
Actually, that was the day.
Sick.
No, Joy's
birthday
was 2 weeks ago. Wait, let me.
You were also sick when you went to MAP to eat small chops and lick sweet. I'm scoping your sickness, ma.
Let me talk.
Okay.
So, Joy's birthday was 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
I was not sick that time.
And I wasn't invited.
But this week that we just finished now.
You can't ignore that you didn't invite me to Joy's birthday, please.
See, madam, sure we've talked about this before.
We actually
next year
that episode didn't come out, so we haven't.
Next year I'll invite you.
It's not true. You promised to take me to one restaurant. So what do you even call it again?
Rhapsodies.
You promised to take me
to
Rhapsodies.
You have to pray. Go on your knees and fast so that money will enter my account.
Yes. I thought you shouldn't promise what you can't do. So you have said they're carrying me to Rhapsodies.
I did not promise you. I said let's go to Rhapsodies. I did not say I promise to carry you to Rhapsodies.
So you're saying you're not a woman of your word. Listen, this is who is giving you advice on life. Cannot keep to their word. Not a woman of her word.
She shall pray. Do fasting. Like
I beg.
war in the spirit. The money will come.
You too war in your spirit. In Jesus' name. You dey crazy. You are always worrying in the spirit. Please.
Anyway, so yeah. So I went to Karimo on Tuesday, and then rain beat the hell, the living daylight out of my body. And then after that, I felt, because I was already feeling sick, and then after that I just fell yakata. He says someone fell sick. I fell yakata in sickness. Yeah, I was sick. I don't know. Anytime the weather changes, anytime Hamatan comes, I'll fall sick. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's the pattern I've seen. Hamatan comes, I fall sick. If heat comes, I fall sick.
How are you feeling now, boss?
I'm fine now. If I'm not fine, I'll not be here.
Says who? Jesus Christ. Say if you're not fine, says who?
I still have small cough, but that one is not that. Yeah.
Please don't give me, I beg. I cannot follow you and for you.
Have you seen me coughing since I came here?
I don't know. You could be hiding it. People they disguise many things these days.
See, stop attacking me. It's okay. I'm sure I'm not sick again.
Anyway, since you won't ask me, I had
I'm not even finished what I'm saying.
Week. Okay, you're not done.
Yeah, that's saying since you won't ask me. You see these things that we do. Just this manipulation and gaslighting.
Okay. Hey, God, Olebube, how did gaslighting enter here now?
You sure it's Olebube?
Sorry. Please. Yeah, I'm not gaslighting you. Sorry. Finished.
Anyway, so the sickness happened. I tried to go to work because I was forming in Strong Girl and everything, but then I had to now take a break on Friday. So yeah, here we are. I went to church today. Today's Sunday. We are recording this on a Sunday afternoon. Ihoma, after 600 years, went to church today to Hallelujah.
I went to church last week and the week before that.
You've been going to church and I don't know.
I've been going to church. I went to
let's pretend like we believe you.
And I went to Catholic church last week.
Let's pretend we believe you. No wahala. But yeah, how was your own week? So you know, said to ask you.
Sure. This week was somehow. It was one of those weeks where you're like, God, I beg, please, is this still like real life? I feel like I asked myself, is this real life a lot this week? Because man, it was crazy, but we're here, Shebi, we did not die. That's the most important thing. But moral of the lesson of this week is if this week did not kill me, I probably cannot die again. So that's what I learned this week.
What happened to you this week?
Everything.
Near-death experience.
Well, like almost everything that could go wrong went wrong this week. My car, the one day I was in is boat though. The boat guy.
When you said your car, I wanted to say which car?
This boat, please. The boat guy nearly jammed trailer. I don't know if he saw me in his dream. And but things occurred this week. But we thank God we are here. We not die. So praise the Lord, hallelujah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about this week. With all due respect. So, but in the light of speaking of this week, one of the things that really triggered me this week, that was really contributing to the what the hell week I was having was, so apparently, I saw this video of Desmond Elliot speaking Igbo in a Catholic church, like campaigning. Like this was, I think I saw this video before. I think it was shot before the election.
Why was he campaigning in
it.
Igbo? I don't understand.
He was saying, "Oh, Nnem be Igbo. Like my mom is Igbo.
His
whatever."
mom is Igbo?
That's what he said in the video.
Is that true?
I don't know about that, but that's what
We
he
need
said
to
in the
fact
video.
check that, because this was what they were using to the campaign. What's his face?
GRV. That's not what's his face.
I don't know. I didn't remember his name now.
But I was very surprised to hear him like speaking Igbo with all seriousness and like he was really just into.
Yeah, but they were disenfranchised. See, that's the word. Disenfranchising Igbo people in Lagos.
It's not just Igbo people. When you say Igbo people, like no, they were just disenfranchised. Everybody was just disenfranchised in Lagos. It was like a huge vibe. Like it was just crazy.
The thing is, it's not time to talk about that yet, but it was funny.
It kind of is. The election definitely was like a crack pipe situation. The gubernatorial.
And I actually thought that they would do better in this gubernatorial election, because the presidential election was really bad.
Nah, I feel like.
And it even like caused alarm in the international space. Do you understand?
But like people, we need, as a country, I feel like we need to chill. This causing alarm, that they can't do anything. Like you be like in America, America is not gonna do shit. Like the international community is only going to
part of like international organizations like the African Union, the ECOWAS. I don't really think they have anything to do with anything that's going on in your country, but
generally they don't have anything to do with anything that is in your country.
The United Nations, but the United Nations could not stop the war between Russia and Ukraine. So
exactly, so they can.
But are they even in the United? They are not in the United Nations, are they?
Who?
Russia and Ukraine.
I think I think all the countries in the world are in the United Nations.
Are you sure? See, I need to go and do research, because the fact that I don't know current affairs.
So I think the whole point is they can't really do shit for us. They are not going to interfere in they can only say we condemn strongly, and they have been condemning strongly since. So what do you want them to do again apart from condemn?
The thing
strongly?
is, Nigerian politicians now, I don't think they care.
Exactly.
What they so far, like they suit their own needs, and like their goals are like met. Do you understand? What they want happens. They don't care how the international community sees them or sees us as a country.
The international community is just gonna wanna and shout and go away. That's about it.
They're not gonna wanna.
Yeah, but and then there was like all these videos of S01E02 like active, like openly threatening people, and then he now did like a skit, because to me that has to be a mad joke. That's jokes. That's a comedy thing. He did a skit and was like, well, I was just joking, see Iyashukudi here. And then the Nigerian police, they were asking them,
what are you, why would you joke with that? Is that like a normal comedy?
Let me finish. Is I'm not a comedian, that's what you even said.
Exactly.
So,
and even
like,
though he wants to joke, is that a normal thing to
their
joke
situation, their stand on this whole thing was, oh yeah, I mean, he said he was joking. So I can go out now and threaten to kill people, and then tomorrow morning I'll come out and say, "Oh yeah, I was joking."
Nobody laughed.
The Nigerian police will be like, "Oh my God, she's just joking." And then the day after that, those people like say I was going to go and kill. Something actually happens to them, and I'll still be walking around free.
Like it's a joke, but nobody laughed. So I don't understand. How did you mean that to be funny? Tell me. Anyway, let's move on. So GRV lost the election
to Sanwo-Olu.
So sorry to him.
Won, man. What's his name? He shot there.
The real
Sanwo-Olu. This I can't believe that
City
pointing
Boys
machine.
100 points.
So Sanwo-Olu is going to be pointing at Lagosians for another 4 years. Apparently.
Yes, so prepare to be pointed at.
If they catch you doing anything illegal, they're gonna point.
They're gonna point at you.
And when they don't pointing at you, it's gonna be real bad, because why on earth would you want to be pointed at? Apparently, I think that's the vibe now for Lagos. So go there if you want to be pointed at.
So apparently, let's just say that Sanwo-Olu licking ice cream in ICM
works.
Yeah, because
guys.
So for the next 4 years, if you don't see Sanwo-Olu licking ice cream in ICM again for the next 4 years, let me not say what I want to say.
What do you want to say?
Have you seen that Tory Lane's father video that he was shouting, "Rock Nation, you will crumble"? Exactly. So do with it what you want.
Okay. From one crazy person to another. So Olumide Owuru lost to Desmond Elliott. And before we really go into him losing, I saw that video. No, hold on.
This case is plenty.
No. I think it's very self-explanatory. I think people just want to laugh about it. But I saw that video of like his campaign team being attacked, and that was such a horrible thing. And it was like it was definitely very scary to see. Because imagine you're going out to do campaign rally to support your client, the person you want to vote for, and then people just come and attack you and steal your phone and all of that. That was definitely a mad thing. So Desmond Elliott won. Yeah.
But there was something I noticed though, that it was Tunde Ednut that did that thing. I'm going to call his name Tunde Ednut. Why did Tunde Ednut go and take a set picture that Olumide snapped, that they did special effects on his face, this wound makeup.
Yeah.
And then he snapped and even put the name of the film that he was acting that day. Do you understand? And he posted it like a week before this whole like violence against Olumide happened. And then this guy went and posted it and said that is Olumide from the violence.
Is that what he said, like word for
word?
No,
but he posted it that at the time when Olumide's thing was trending.
But he didn't say that this is like...
No, but the thing was that it was misinformation. People took it as...
but it was misunderstanding. People misunderstood.
I feel like he himself why did he post it in that moment when that thing was trending? So was that like that was what they did to Olumide?
But he didn't say that now.
What I'm saying is, why would you take a picture from a week ago and post it in the middle of the whole
He was
ruckus?
reporting now. He was saying
he was reporting and then now posted a picture of a set picture where Olumide was wearing fake wound makeup.
Yes, but did he say
and
that?
then people believed it was real.
I'm just saying the point. He did not say that.
I know he did not say that. Wait, hold on.
It's not on him.
But
personally,
I feel like it's on him. Reason is because it's not Olumide, Tunde Ednut. Olumide posted the picture way before that thing happened, and then Tunde Ednut now took it the day it happened and posted it.
But he also did not. But that's the thing. He's not responsible for what you deduce. He's responsible for what he says.
But why did he post it?
I don't understand. He shouldn't have posted it.
Why did he post it that day? What I'm saying is him posting it that, please guys, we need your inputs.
I don't need okay? I'm very
Hold on.
Sealed on my opinion on this.
Yeah, no, we're actually divided here, so I think we need to come to common ground.
My opinion.
I feel like him posting it in that moment was insensitive because that was not a picture from the actual incident.
Let me not lie to you. This is actually like mind-boggling to me. We're focusing on the entirely wrong thing. Tunde Ednut has absolutely nothing to do with it. He wasn't trying to aggravate people too. He was saying, oh yeah, Olumide Owuru XYZ so and so happened to him. He did not say this.
No, he reported it though. He reported it. He even posted the video from like the woman
so he
and
didn't
everything.
Say this
but
picture
why did he now post the picture? Like the picture had nothing to do.
Page. It's his Instagram page, and he's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants to.
I'm just saying.
Hey, but
he's a blogger.
I'm annoyed by this because like we don't give the same energy when people post false information about like actual important stuff that actually has consequence. What he did not have any consequence.
No, it did.
What was the consequence of what he did?
People started reposting that as this is Olumide from the incident. See what happened to Olumide. Do you understand? And people did not. It was later that calm down. Later people started bringing it from Olumide's page and was like, okay, that this is from his a movie set. And then people were now saying, oh, that's what Olumide is trying to. You understand? So Olumide is trying to aggravate people.
I think he wasn't. He didn't. Nobody said they saw him post it. He actually didn't say anything about that. So here's my thing. I think this thing did not have any real life consequence. Like from the way I'm saying it, people did not go out and harm or hurt other people based off of this. To me, this is a small fish to fry compared to
where they want to find the thugs that did what they did.
But that's something. This is a small fish to fry compared to some, like we just talked about MC Oluomo going on social media inciting people and actually causing real life damage.
That one.
So being so like going crazy on Sunday for posting a picture because the picture was probably kind of ill-timed. I don't agree with it.
No, the thing is, anyway, let me not say anything again. Let's move on. Yeah, so Olumide lost because apparently his name was not even on the ballot. I don't even think that's why he lost.
That's not why he lost.
Because normally the names are not on the ballot papers, obviously. But I think it was rigged. Yeah, so because the votes that came from Surulere are too much compared to the number of people that actually came out that day, because they said the voter turnout was really low. So I was seeing almost 100,000 votes from only Surulere. I don't understand. Is this that big?
Then again, I feel like this.
I know Surulere is not that big.
This election really called a lot of things into question for me, especially the question of tribalism. Like, I think this election really showed that a lot of Nigerians really hate Igbo people. And that is such a sad, I feel like we tend to forget that Igbo people are, well, in Nigeria's terms, we are the lowest Jews on the food chain. No, we're actually the Jews of Nigeria, if you think about it. Because every single, this isn't the first time, this isn't the second time, it's not the third time. It's part of Nigeria's history that Igbo people have been marginalized and treated a certain way. Like, people were pointing out their Igbo neighbors to people that were there to harm them. Do you know how mad that is?
I saw a post from Lima Ome that she was saying that that in her polling unit they said every Omoebo should go home, that they should not vote, and this brings me to this, right? If you live in Lagos, irrespective of your tribe, if you're Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, you live in Lagos, you are being taxed in Lagos, right? You pay tax to Lagos State because that's where you live. Everything you do it in Lagos. Any policy that the Lagos State government passes, you are affected by it, right?
Yeah.
Because you live in Lagos. So because of that, I think you have the right to vote, no matter the tribe you are from. Any state you live in, no matter the area of Nigeria it is in, no matter the geopolitical zone it is in, no matter the tribe that is predominant in that place, as long as you live in that state, you have the right to vote for your governor. You have the right to vote for your leaders, because anything that they do affects you directly. But this whole notion of, because you're not Yoruba, in fact, not even because you're not Yoruba, they were actually targeting Igbo specifically, because nobody said, if you're Hausa, go home. I never heard that before.
And if you look Igbo, by the way, and I feel like some of the best things that I saw that day that made me happy were like people who were on the internet saying, yes, Lagos is not no man's land.
They came back to tell us.
And then they came back to tell us that they beat them and they're playing it because they look
Igbo. Please, how do
all
you
of you that are buying bleaching cream in Lagos, you people look Igbo, in case people don't know.
But how do you look Igbo? I mean, is it by being light-skinned? I don't understand. But we're not light-skinned now.
Yeah.
So,
no, people assume that Igbo people are light-skinned. It's a very common assumption.
Well, I don't know. Well, I think it's because of the internet, because like a lot of people on the internet are light-skinned. Maybe that's why.
And this thing actually has me thinking maybe after this NYC I should just go back to the east and go and rest.
Like, I've been really considering it to let me go to my mother's house. Let me go to my father's house.
Nobody's going to beat me in the east because I'm Igbo. My problems are limited there.
It's the whole like segregation, like if you're not part of us, you're not one of us. Like, it has to stop. In America, it's where you're born, that's where you're from.
And you know what's right is you go to America as a Nigerian and run for office, and you will win. In the UK, how many
Obama.
Nigerians are like in the what they call the UK's House of Lords, the House of Commons? Which one? Nigerians are in the House of Commons. An Indian man is Prime Minister. A Pakistani man forgotten what he does there, but that's someone
He's
from
one of
Pakistan.
them.
That is
He's
one
one
of them in the UK. You get the gist. And you go
Barack
there,
Obama won presidency. He's a Kenyan.
and you go there and you want to emulate a working society. Nigeria as a country copies parts of working societies that are just like don't make any sense to our culture. They just take the parts that they think look cool and flashy, but you don't actually take the act. And what's annoying me, some of these people that were busy fueling this tribalistic rubbish actually live in the UK. You live in a functional society. As a matter of fact, you should just shut up. Close your mouth, you have lights.
I said most of them are not even in Nigeria. They're just there blabbing their mouths. See, if you're not in Nigeria, stop talking about Nigerian people's problems or come back.
No. If you
Come
know you're
back.
going to say nonsense, just close your mouth.
Exactly.
Or come back and live with us. Come and stay with us. People like Obeni Dipo, just come back and come and live with us. Some of you should come home and come and stay with
I
us.
unfollowed a lot of influencers. It was during this election I knew that everybody is mad.
And let me make this very clear to you. If somebody says to you that this election is not reason enough to end your friendship, that person is a bloody liar and probably voted Tinubu. I'm giving you the hack. Anybody that says that this election is not enough reason to stop being friends with somebody, voted Tinubu. Take it or leave it. They probably even carried ballot box. So this election is enough reason.
I have a colleague at work
unfriend
that
somebody.
actually voted Tinubu. He voted Tinubu. He was defending.
This is part of the reason why I will never
Defending
speak to you in the
Sanwo-Olu.
office. This is the beginning of office drama between me and you.
But then, in this case, right, I can't even avoid the man. That's just my problem. Because, like, I work directly with him. And he's a senior staff. So it's
I'll speak to you on a must, like, if I absolutely have to. But for all this friendliness, jokiness.
I've even noticed that, like, me and him, it's just like by default. It's not like it's something that I'm actively trying to do. But by default, I don't really talk to him anymore. It's just, oh, hello, hi, please can you do this for me? And that's it.
Like, it's just such a rare situation. But talking about, like,
So it's like, and he lied to me. He lied that he was going to vote Peter Obi.
no, let me see. Anybody that tells you move on from this election, let's have peace. They voted Tinubu. Nobody that voted Peter Obi wants you to move on and have peace. We want to reclaim our mandate too. Anybody that says let's have peace, let's move on, let's just accept this so that there will be peace in
You
Nigeria.
don't like see.
They voted for Tinubu.
If you are Abado, if you are Abado, you don't want peace. So don't tell me that let's have peace, because you will not see peace. Sorry to say. Let's move on.
So Alex Oti won in Abia State.
Glory to Jesus, hallelujah.
From the Labour Party. Abia people are like jubilating because they have been in the trenches. I think Abia State is the only state in Nigeria that doesn't have a government house.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I found out like 2 days ago. Abia State doesn't have a government house. Apparently,
so where
the governor stays now, like the government house they're staying now, they pay rent to that community because they didn't buy the land, they leased the land, so they pay rent to that community. So some, like, I think 8 years ago or 8 or 12 years ago, they started building government house. Yeah, but they haven't finished it till now. So they don't have a government house.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, you should be.
Like, see, hey.
And huge shout out to the VC of Futoshe.
Yeah.
That was the returning officer for Abia State.
Professor Oti.
I don't know who you are, but like, I saw this woman is a badass. You can tell from her picture that she's one of those, those lecturers that they will catch you, like, when all those senior lecturers that catch junior lecturers misbehaving, and they will just hold you for your neck, hold your tie,
exactly.
your shirt. That's the vibe she gave me, and she did not fail to deliver like the Igbo mother, like, violence. And I heard she's from a boy state.
It's really, honestly, being a good person and just like doing the right thing is the barest minimum, right? But we don't have that in Nigeria like that these days, right? So when we see that, we actually really appreciate that, and she, God bless her.
So while
God bless her very well for us.
And we were reading while we slept, and while we were reading, like, instances of violence in Lagos State, they went and carried children in the middle of the night from his house. They went and I didn't even call it arrest. They went and kidnapped children from his house.
But they didn't carry what's this man's name? Oluomo.
What's Papi?
They did not carry him. The chief of Aberos in Lagos. They didn't carry him.
No,
but they carried.
What she off me is the way to go.
They carried children because children said, what did he even say?
I don't even know.
On Twitter,
And you know what annoyed
in
me?
the era of freedom of speech.
What was annoying me the most was like, I don't understand. They arrested him, and you opened your mouth and said it was Interpol. Nigerians, people don't have fear of God. You will just wake up and wow, the Interpol came to arrest him for cybersecurity. And you know the worst part, they arrested somebody that talks too much on Twitter on a normal day. So as soon as they released today, first tweet, he said, Nigerian police is hopeless. He first said they treated me brutally like an animal. God bless Interpol. They treated me like that. So who now really arrested? Because it seems like you people arrested him and kept him for a bit, then gave him to Interpol. Before, and you know, actually, I heard they met his bail conditions. They still refused to release him, and then people protested.
What was the bail?
Released him.
What was the bill? You know how much it was?
I don't know. I don't think that information is out.
Who paid the bill?
I don't know. Chigo, sharp people met his bail conditions.
I shall know that Peter Obi was part of his release.
I know he thanked a few people.
Yeah.
He thanked.
I don't know if JRV was part of it.
He thanked Aisha Yusufu. He thanked. JRV is busy paying hospital bills, please.
Yeah, that's true.
JRV is actually actively busy paying hospital bills, and I'm obsessed with. Now that we've mentioned JRV, I wanted to do something. You know, JRV said, "I will not congratulate Sanwo-Olu on this sham of an election." That is all I wanted. Like, this man moves like a Gen Z, talks like a Gen Z. He actually doesn't send anybody's daddy.
He's Gen Z. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if he's 40 years old. He's Gen Z.
He doesn't send anybody's daddy or money. That's what I wanted to say.
He will call your name on national television.
So while
and he will
they
do
were
nada.
arresting today and blaming Interpol falsely, they allegedly, our CJN allegedly
Inside wheelchair,
escorted Tinubu to hospital. Allegedly, they are doing secret meeting in the London,
and he went in the wheelchair.
Allegedly.
Is his leg giving him problem?
Allegedly. He was allegedly in the wheelchair.
In my opinion.
Allegedly.
In my opinion.
All alleged. And then now came and posted video of for us that he has a big picture that he's in Nigeria. I said, first of all, I can be in London.
How many hours?
I can be in 6 hours. I can be in London this night and be in
London is 6 hours.
Yeah.
Why does no? It's not because except it's private jets.
It's private
because
jet
if you use like normal airlines, you'll be on the road for like 2 days because you have to take like detours and stuff.
Yeah, but like does the CJN that allegedly, they said allegedly.
Allegedly.
So the CJN allegedly went to see Tinubu.
Allegedly.
The gist is if the CJN allegedly went to see Tinubu in London, allegedly. If he's coming back, he's in a private jet, he's and come back. Allegedly. This is all alleged information.
In my opinion.
Yes. How that they want to come and carry P2B's mandate? These people want to see crazy. They are not ready. So, what else happened this week? Oh my God, Ike Kwemadu. Oh my God, he went to jail. Him, his wife, and the doctor.
They sentenced them.
Going to jail. And let me be specific.
Have they done the sentencing?
No, not yet. But they're going to jail for breaking modern day slavery laws and human trafficking and organ trafficking. Guys, this is like the trifecta. I'm obsessed. I love this.
Please,
I hope he stays like in jail for a while. I hope he gets at least like 10 years. I would
help me.
that.
Just tell me a little bit, because this case, right? I've been seeing it, like I've just been seeing it floating around my eyesight, but then I've not really paid attention to it. So just tell me what happened.
Okay, so let me put it like this. Long story short is, so his child had like a kidney issue. She needed a new kidney. They took somebody from Nigeria, a 21-year-old man from Nigeria, took him abroad. I don't know if his kidney was. This is where the story starts.
How did they get a hold of the 21-year-old man?
I think I don't know if he willingly agreed to give his kidney in the first place, or he got there and realized he was going to give his kidney. And then I've heard a story that
says... Is it kidney or heart?
Kidney. I heard his kidney. I have heard a story that says that his kidney was not a match, so they were going to return him to Nigeria without paying him the £7,000 they promised him. That's the version that I've heard. There's another version that I've heard that he wasn't aware that he was going to give a kidney. Mm-hmm. And when he got to London, he found that he was giving a kidney. Mm-hmm. My personal opinion is that this man thought he was gonna go give a kidney. He was gonna be paid £7,000 or whatever, and then reached there. His kidney was not a match, and then he realized that they were going to bring him back and not give him his kidney money. So I think he went to the police. But technically, that's illegal. So that's actually illegal. It's not even technically, that's illegal. You're buying somebody's kidney off of them. That's actually like a crime.
Is
So
it?
he went
But
to,
it is a lot in Lagos.
yeah, but it's a crime.
It's a business. That's
It's a,
a
but,
business
but it's a
venture.
crime. It's a prison. It's a crime. If I were like,
I was planning to sell my kidney. I don't know it was a crime.
but sell. Don't look at all that things. Don't be.
I don't understand you. You don't have kidney to
They
sell.
don't used to catch people in it. I don't have. You know that I'm somehow. If I give out one,
So you're
kidney,
incomplete.
let me tell you the truth is my 2 kidneys may be good now, but the moment I give out one, that's the time that I will start drinking alcohol. I'll become an alcoholic, and then now that one will not spoil. So let me just keep the one that I have in peace. So, Shad, that's what happened with that situation. So Ike Kweramadu, his wife, the doctor, all 3 of them were found guilty. And I read this chat of him talking to his daughter.
So does his daughter have kidney now or not?
She doesn't have kidney. So I saw this chat of him talking to his daughter, and then the daughter was saying, oh, this one looks like somebody that will run away. This one looks like... It was such a crazy situation. I was like, something is wrong with this family. And then people were now saying, oh, but if this was like in Nigeria, they will say people are being tribalistic. First of all, I want to say this like very clearly. Ike Kweramadu, Shebi was in 2020 that he went to Germany to eat yam, and then they were stoning him. Egg, stone,
he was
poured
the one?
him water. There's nothing they did not do to this man. So Igbo people, we personally...
Our
we think
good,
it's full of shit.
our very good brother.
Which very... It's not my brother in Jesus' name. This one is full of rubbish.
Where is he from?
It's from Enugu State.
Oh, he's one of them.
Yeah. Then I now saw this tweet by...
When I say one of them, I mean those mad politicians in Enugu.
Oh yes, of course, one of them.
Them. That's what I'm not
I
talking about
read
Enugu
this
people.
tweet by Bashir El-Rufai yesterday. This morning, I saw it this morning, and I was like, I definitely have to put it on here.
Bashir El-Rufai's son.
Yeah, I nearly fell like from my bed. You know when you get up with so much force and you almost fall. So he tweeted.
I don't understand.
Let me finish. So Senator Shehu Sani tweeted, "For your daughter, you got into this trouble. My prayers for you, your wife, and others in this travail." So whatever. Then Bashir El-Rufai replied and said, if he built a standard grade hospital in Enugu State, none of this nonsense would have happened. The only person that needs prayers is the poor boy whose kidney Ekweremadu and his wife wanted to harvest. They believe their daughter's life is worth more. He's somebody's child too. Hold your opinion. Don't say anything. And then somebody now quoted that tweet and said, Bashir, I don't actually give a fuck about Ekweremadu. But going by your logic, if your father had built good roads as FCT minister, your 23-year-old brother Hamza El-Rufai would not have died in an auto crash in Abuja. Don't throw stones if you live in a glass house. Shalom. I read this and I nearly fell off my bed. Like, I got up with so much force, I nearly fell off my bed.
You see, yeah.
What is this? I definitely probably will not be opening Twitter for like the next 7 working days, because what is this?
See, in this country, you just have data. You cannot see.
I think involving like his dead brother is definitely a stretch. I understand the comparison he was trying to draw, but I just did not think that somebody would draw that comparison.
On Twitter, they will draw any comparison necessary. You don't know where you are.
And this is like the second time I'm seeing somebody violently drag Bashir this week.
Twitter people will involve your family.
Dragged his mom. He was like, oh my god, I can't even say what Aisha Yusuf said like with my mouth, because she entered inside him.
The thing is when it's time to give hot takes, all these politicians, especially their children, not even politicians per se, both politicians and the people that work for the politicians, their children will be feeling like, oh, they have the right to come and give hot takes on everybody. But
when it's now time to return the hot takes back to them, everybody's feelings are hurt.
The thing is, they don't have the right to speak on. Like this guy, what's his name, Bashir, right? He does not have the right. So sorry to say, but he does not have the right to speak on building good hospitals, because your daddy is a corporate.
Please, for the I don't say anything on this matter. I'm just saying that.
Go and tell your dad to do it.
Oh
then you cannot come back and speak to another person. No, now let's be real here. Go and tell your daddy to do it first.
Well,
when he does it, I will see that he does it. Then you now have the mouth to talk to somebody else. Go and advise your daddy.
I was still partly reeling from this El-Rufai thing, that Bashir El-Rufai situation. I now came across Chigo's church member, his tweet. I came across Solomon Buchi's tweet. No, but let me just give context first, because I feel like I'm trying to be fair to him. Let me give context. So somebody found
Returned
10 point something million and returned it to the owner, and they were giving 70k. And then some people were saying, oh, that was too little an appreciation to give to somebody that returned that amount of money. So there were people who were saying, oh, how much do you think, and stuff like that. So I then came across this very lovely tweet that says, from Solomon Bucci, by the way, when a man doesn't rape an indecently dressed woman or a drunk woman, he should be rewarded with like 2 million naira, because it is not easy to be a decent human being. That's one. Then that tweet got a lot of backlash. Before we start talking about it, I want to
he
read
deleted
everything.
it. Let's be clear.
Don't even please let me. I just want to like give context. He got a lot of backlash for that. Then he now tweeted again and said he deleted that tweet and then tweeted. He said, the tweet I made about rape was me innocently trying to paint an equivalence of how people should not be rewarded for not committing crime, especially about the argument that 50k wasn't enough reward for him returning 10 million that doesn't belong to him. People should be decent for decency's sake. However, that didn't go well. I should have been more sensitive with my wording. I have never intended to sound insensitive. I was riled by how much people tried justifying rewarding not committing crime. I apologize. It was a gaffe. Again, I apologize. Before Chico says anything, I feel like I need to get out my takes, like, just because I'm really like boiling about this thing. So I will start with the first tweet. First of all, why? Like, why would you wake up and decide that this is an equivalent like comparison to make? How is this equal? How is it equal? And then, like, I don't even understand. He said he was like innocently trying to paint an equivalent. So if I see money that is not mine and I return it, that's not my money, but a whole human being. So Jesus Christ Almighty. God, I beg.
I mean, I get that he was trying to say that.
And let me hold on, to show you that he was fully aware of what he said. He said, however, that didn't go well. Which means if it had gone well, he wouldn't have deleted it. Do you understand? His whole point of deleting this.
I feel like what he's saying is he did not think that what he said was bad when he posted it. When he posted it.
Chigo, I think up until now he's only apologizing because people dragged him.
I didn't even see drags. I also you should have sent me the screenshots.
The drags were everywhere because he deleted it like when people started going, and then he like hold on.
I want to see 16 quotes already.
Like he literally is only apologizing.
Oh my god, 360 quotes and 170 likes. You know when the quotes are more than the likes?
You know that you are definitely
like you are dead.
Bullshit.
They are dragging.
He's only apologizing because people did not like or take sides with him, because he thought that people would take sides with him. I'm sorry, since this man started this after he did that his grand yoke breaker of the feminist movement, that be grand Daenerys of the feminist movement, dragon slayer, demon, whatever it was that he was that time, and people dragged him. He really, like, I'm sorry, Solomon Bucci, you really have fallen off and you've come a very long way in that regard. You have really, really fallen the fuck off, and I don't feel bad for what people said to you this week, considering what you tweeted. I think you deserved everything that people said to you. People probably were a little mean and a little harsh. So as what
I don't like is this, right? I understand that he takes it too far most of the time. He's not very
Chigo, he was drawing comparison.
He's not very
money and raping
that's what I'm
women.
saying. He's not very sensitive.
He's not smart. He's a very, very foolish person, as we can see.
He's not very sensitive, right? Wait, let me finish. I feel like he's not everything that comes to your mind that you say. I beg.
I think this is
especially
where,
on the internet.
This is where I
and
draw
especially
a problem
when
with people.
Especially
when
when
people
you
say,
have
like, when you say stuff like it's not everything that comes to your mind that you see, but the fact that this thing is a thought in your mind is it's very devious. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
Cause I'm very sensitive when it comes to women and stuff about women. So I tend to try to get another person's opinion to make sure that I'm not being overly sensitive. I spoke to my sister about this, and then she said, of all the things that come to mind. And between she and I, we came up with 3 different other examples to compare this money thing to, without having to talk about how can you like, do you
like we're already trying to like change the narrative of, or like if a girl dresses so and so way that a guy should get, you understand? And then you're not bringing this type of comparison. Like,
since someone joined Christian Twitter, I don't think I've ever seen it for, and like, oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Understand? Yeah, you don't give people rewards for being like decent human beings. I think that was the message he was trying to pass across with that example, but the example was very wrong.
And this man is married, guys. This is somebody's husband.
I don't like to talk about his wife.
I'm not talking about his
I don't
wife.
even like to talk about his marriage.
But he
because
is
we're
married.
not there with them.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying this is somebody's husband. This is something that somebody married. This is who somebody is going to do forever.
Like I said, we're not there. We're not there with them. We don't know how she feels in the marriage.
Do you remember
Until
that
she comes out and tells us?
Do you remember that he said that his wife wasn't the smartest or the most beautiful person?
Did you see their podcast? Come. Did you see? Come now.
I feel like every 3 market days, every time I see his tweet, I want to strangle him because he says the wrongest thing.
Did you see that podcast about
I saw like some clips.
See, she understood where he was coming from. She even told him you are not the most handsome man in the world. So
I'm sorry. I don't think you can justify that. I think some stuff is wrong that you shouldn't say about your partner, period. I would never be with somebody if you look like Tinubu's doppelganger. I cannot tell you that, oh, I don't think you're the most, I think, Habana, that's very, and somebody you're marrying, that's a horrible thing to say to somebody you're marrying.
I don't like to speak about people's marriages because I'm not there with them.
We're not talking about their marriage. We're talking about Solomon Bushi and the things that he says.
My own is that, he said it about his wife. Right?
Wow.
Some people would be okay with it, some people would not be okay with it. Me, I would not be okay with that kind of thing if you said that about me.
That's the thing, that isn't that.
But she's okay with it. She even came online on YouTube to explain it.
But Sugar, we're not talking about her perspective. We're talking about like how it's like his trajectory, how he got up to this rape comment.
No, the rape comment is bad. It's bad.
Because I feel like, anyways.
Like you shouldn't be speaking on rape.
I'm not speaking exactly.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about him. You shouldn't be speaking on rape so blatantly like that. Like something wrong with you. I feel like he talks way too much.
He doesn't talk way too much. He's not somebody that
says the wrong things.
He doesn't think before he says things.
Exactly.
If it doesn't affect him personally, his brain doesn't necessarily
like this thing he comes to do. Like there was this thing that I hated that he was doing, book shaming women, like saying, oh, that you shouldn't want a guy that has so and so if you don't have so and so. Like,
mind your business. Should be you called your wife ugly and asked us to mind your business. We have minded our business. So when people don't have money, you to mind your business. I think God, I beg. I don't want to say like I hate somebody, but I genuinely have like a weird vibe from this person. I hope he's learned. I don't think he has, but I hope he has. Because I feel like
but let me tell you something. Yeah, he's strong. Because the way they've dragged him left and right on Twitter, and he's still standing strong.
And you know the worst part is they always. Have you seen that every time they drag Solomon Bush, it's always worse the next time.
Yeah,
like the statement that leads to the dragging is always worse.
Going up in velocity.
It doesn't go down. Like, you know, when you say, for instance, now they will drag you for saying trauma is a fool. They drag you. Next week, Solomon Bush, like, is it the person that says next week you will not be like trauma is a bloody bastard. They will drag him for trauma is a bloody bastard. He will not say the one that is worse than trauma. That's just the way it goes with him. He never like subdues. It doesn't subdue at all.
It's just to leave him to his own side of the internet.
There's nothing like his own side of the internet.
You should be blocked him. My streets are still committing.
Do you understand? I blocked him. I don't want to see. Like, there's nothing I hate more than relationship Twitter. Like, you are giving relationship advice. Oh, a man should, a woman should. Leave me out of a man should and a woman should. Everybody should go. As a matter of fact, we should date goats. I don't even care. I hate relationship Twitter. So to see him on my
there was a day Solomon Buchi came and was actually trying to defend and rotate. Hey God. That would have been
And
that would
after
have blocked him.
let me not say something because I want to say now after you say he's a Christian, but let me not do that one. Let me just allow it.
I swear, I think it's the Christian in me that is doing this because it's not me. He was defending Andrew Tate that like before Andrew Tate started trending with this Greta Thunberg like incident, I hadn't listened to Andrew Tate before. Like I used to see him, but like I don't like who's this out past like the way I treat Shola. That's the way I treated Andrew Tate. But I saw the Greta Thunberg thing. I was like, who is this Andrew Tate? Let me just open. I just opened one Twitter video. It's not like all this TikTok that they post on Twitter. I was like opened, and then I didn't even finish the video. I said, what kind of disgusting nonsense is this man saying? And then this Solomon Buchi came with his 2 left legs to come and defend Andrew Tate. I was like, why are you why do you want to apply logic to what Andrew Tate is saying?
If you don't know who Shola is, don't worry. We will soon
we'll dissect him soon.
But don't worry. Shola's case is a different topic for another day. But that one, if you know who Andrew Tate is, just imagine the repurposed Abba version, the low quality Abba version.
Local
Abba
champion
is
version.
Made in Nasarawa version of Andrew Tate.
Why are you doing Nasarawa like that?
I can't think of made in Yobe State. He's a forgotten person until he says something useless. You are a finished man. That's the only 2 cents he has. Well, I beg this week Sha was crazy on the internet too, but we praise the Lord.
We praise God.
Praise Daddy Jesus for getting us through this week, cause man, it was a weird recap for man. But anyways, so I guess that's it from us this week. That is it from us this week, man. Do you have any plans for this week?
No.
Well, I have a lot that I'm doing work-wise.
It's work, oh.
Yeah. I'm trying to branch into a new career, so I have a lot of work to do in that aspect. But other than that, I don't really have much to do. I swear
you are serious with your life, because me now, I've been learning data analysis for
yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so if you're on YouTube, we have come again. Please subscribe.
Follow, please.
Because we have noticed that the amount of viewers we have is not correlating with the amount of subscribers.
With the number of friends we have.
Exactly.
So please,
if you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe. Follow us on Spotify, follow us on Apple Music, follow us on Google Podcasts, anywhere you're listening from.
Instagram,
Twitter. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Our links will be in description.
Yeah.
In case you want to go to any of these platforms. You can find us on social media as well, on Seriously Speaking Pod on Instagram, on Seriously S Pod on Twitter, and on Seriously Speaking Podcast on YouTube, and on Seriously Speaking on all the listening platforms as well. So
and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ihoma_N. So Ihoma with 2 A's, IHUOMAA_N on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Chigolari on both platforms. You can also access these handles from our Instagram, our podcast Instagram page as well. That's if you want to follow us. So if you don't want to follow us, no wahala.
Please follow us, if not there'll be wahala. Anyways, I guess that's it.
Yeah, and like the video on YouTube. Thank you very much. Like the video, please, so that more people can be able to see the video, because if you don't like it, you cannot reach more people. So thank you very much for listening this week. Our release days have been changed to Wednesdays.
So we'll see you every Wednesday. No more break.
At 3 p.m.
At 3 p.m. every Wednesday. Love you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Please, people should have sense and proceed accordingly this week. Move in the spirit of the Lord. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.